but life happens. Alright, so spot where this will hold up. The phone's pretty dead, but not sure exactly how to say her name. Marina Tizvetvia. Sahara. Young men don't ride away. Sand stifled the soul of the last one to disappear. Now he's altogether dumb. To look for him is useless. Young men, I never lie. That lost one now reposes in a reliable grave. He once rode into me as if through lands of miracles and fire, with all the power of poetry, and I was dry, sandy, without day. He used poetry to invade my depths like those of any other country. Listen to this story of two souls without jealousy. We entered one another's eyes as if they were oases. I took him into me as if he were a god in passion, simply because of a charming tremor in his young throat. Without a name, he sank into me, but now he's gone. Don't search for him. All deserts forget the thousands of those who sleep in them. And afterwards, the Sahara is one. Seething collapse will cover you also with the sand like sprinkled foam and be your hill. You loved me. You loved me, and your lies had their own probity. There was a truth in every falsehood. Your love went far beyond any possible boundary, as no one else's could. Your love seemed to last even longer than time itself. Now you wave your hand, and suddenly your love for me is over. That is the truth in 5 words. As people listen intently, a river's mouth to its source. That's how they smell a flower, to the depths, till they lose all sense. That's how they feel their deepest craving in dark air, as children lying in blue sheets peer into memory. And that's how a young boy feels when his blood begins to change. When people fall in love with love, they fling themselves in the abyss. In a world where most people are hunched and sweaty, I know only one person equal to me in strength. In a world where there is so much to want, I know only one person equal to me in power. In a world where mold and ivy cover everything, I know only one person, you, who equals me in spirit. To Boris Pasternak, distance, verts, miles, divide us. They dispersed us to make us behave quietly at our different ends of the earth. Distance, how many miles of it lie between us now, disconnected, crucified, then dissected, and they don't know it unites us. Our spirits and sinews fuse. There's no discord between us, though our separated pieces lie outside the moat for eagles. This conspiracy of miles has not yet disconcerted us. However much they've pushed us like orphans into backwaters. What then? Well, now it's March, and we've scattered like some pack of cards. Hey. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. It's awesome. I opened my veins, unstoppably. Life spurts out with no remedy. Now I sit out bowls and plates. Every bowl will be shallow. Every plate will be small, and overflowing their rims into the black earth to nourish the rushes unstoppably without cure. Gushes poetry. From poems to a sun, forget us, children. Our conscience need not belong to you. You can be free to write the tale of your own days and passions. Here in this family album lies the Salt family of Lot. It is for you to reckon up the many claims on Sodom. You didn't fight your brothers, my curly-headed boy, so this is your time, this is your day. The land is purely yours. Sin, cross, quarrel, anger, these are ours. There have been too many funerals held by now for an Eden you've never seen, whose fruit you never tasted. So now, put off your mourning, understand they are blind who lead you, but then our quarrel is not your quarrel. So as you rush from Madon and race to Kuban, children, prepare for battle in the field of your days. Homesickness, that long exposed weariness, it's all the same to me now, where I am altogether lonely, or what stones I wander over, home with a shopping bag to a house that is no more mine than a hospital or a barracks. That it's all the same to me, captive, lion, what faces I move through, bristling, or what human crowd will cast me out, as it must, into myself, into my separate, eternal world, a Kamchatka bear without ice, where I fail to fit in and I'm not trying, or where I'm humiliated, it's all the same. And I won't be seduced by the thought of my native language, its milky call. How can it matter in what tongue I am misunderstood by whoever I meet, or by what readers swallowing newsprint, squeezing for gossip? They all belong to the 20th century, and I am before time, stunned like a log left behind from an avenue of trees. People are all the same to me. Everything is the same, and it may be the most indifferent of all are these signs and tokens which once were native, but the dates have been rubbed out. The soul was born somewhere, for my country has taken so little care of me that even the sharpest spy could go over my whole spirit and would detect no native stain there. Houses are alien, churches are empty. Everything is the same, but if by the side of the path one particular bush rises, the rowanberry. Deborah Mosley, welcome in. Welcome in. Like, share, subscribe. From poems to Czechoslovakian. To Czechoslovakia. Sorry, poems to Czechoslovakia. They took quickly. They took hugely. Took the mountains and their entrails. They took our coal and took our steel from us. Lead they took also, and crystal. They took the sugar and they took the clover. They took the north and took the west. They took the hive and they took the haystack. They took the south from us and took the east. They took, and Tartarus they took. They took the near at hand and far away, but worse than taking paradise on earth from us, they won the battle for our native land. Bullets they took from us. They took our rifles, minerals they took, and comrades too. But while our mouths have spittle in them, the whole country is still armed. Hey, hey, hey! What tears in eyes now, weeping with anger and love, Czechoslovakians. Tears. Spain in its own blood, and what a black mountain has blocked the world from the light. It's time. It's time. It's time to give back to God his ticket. I refuse to be in the madhouse of the inhuman. I refuse to live with the wolves of the marketplace. I refuse to howl among the sharks of the plain. I refuse to swim down where moving backs make a current. I have no need of holes. My ears no prophetic eyes. To your mad world, there is no answer to refuse. It's not like waiting for post. Post in other parts of the world is mail. So it's not like waiting for post. It's not like waiting for post. It's how you wait for the one letter you need. Soft stuff bound with tape and paste inside a little word. That's all. Happiness. Waiting for happiness. It's more like waiting for death. The soldiers will salute, and 3 chunks of lead will slam into your chest. Your eyes will then flash red. No question of joy. Too old now, all bloom gone. Waiting for what else now but black muzzles in a square yard. A square letter, I think. There may be spells in the ink. No hope, and no one is too old to face death or such a square envelope. My ear attends to you. My ear attends to you as a mother hears in her sleep. To a feverish child, she whispers as I bend over you. At the skin, my blood calls out to your heart. My whole sky craves an island of tenderness. My rivers tilt toward you. And I am drawn downwards as stairs slope into a garden, or some willow's bough falls. I think I'm going to have to reread that one. My problem is I'm running out of battery, kiddos. My ear attends to you. My ear attends to you as a mother hears in her sleep. To a feverish child she whispers as I bend over you. At the skin, my blood calls out to your heart. My whole sky craves an island of tenderness. My rivers tilt toward you, and I am drawn downwards as stairs slope into a garden, where some willow's bough falls straight down, away from the milestone. Stars are pulled to the earth, and laurels on graves won, with suffering attract banners. An owl longs for a hallow. And I lean down towards you with muscle and wing, as if to a gravestone. I put the years to sleep. My lips seek yours like spring. As people listen intently, a river's mouth to its source. That's how they smell a flower to the depths, till they lose all senses. That's how they feel their deepest, craving in dark air, as children lying in blue sheets peer into memory. And that's how a young boy feels when his blood begins to change, when people fall in love with love, that fling themselves into the abyss. Alright, alright, alright. Ophelia in defense of the queen. Prince, let's have no more disturbing these wormy flower beds. Look at the living rose and think of a woman snatching a single day from the few left to hear. Prince Hamlet, you defile the queen's womb. Enough. A virgin cannot judge passion. Don't you know Farida was more guilty, yet men still sing of her, and will go on singing. You with your blend of chalk and rot, you bony scandal monger, how can you ever understand a fever in the blood? Beware, if you continue, I can rise up through flagstones into the grand bedchamber of so much sweetness. I myself to defend her, I myself your own undying passion. Wherever you are, I can reach you. Wherever you are, I can reach you, to summon you, or send you back again. Yet I am no sorceress. My eyes grew sharp in the white book of that far-off river dawn. From the height of my cedar, I see a world where court decisions float and all lights wander. Yet from here I can turn the whole sea upside down to bring you from its depths or send you under. You can't resist me, since I'm everywhere at daylight underground, in breath and beard. I'm always present. That is how I shall procure your lips, as God will secure claim your soul in your last breath. And even in that choking hour, I'll be there at the great archangel's fence to put these bloody lips up against the thorns of judgment. And to snatch you from your briar. Give in, you must. This is no fairy tale. Give in. Any arrow will fall back on you. Give in. Don't you know no one escapes the power of creatures reaching out with breath alone. That's how I soar up, with my eyes shut and mic around my mouth. Careful, the prophetess tricked Samuel. Perhaps I'll hoodwink you. Return alone, because another girl is with you. Now on Judgment Day, there'll be no litigation. So till then, I'll go on wandering, and yet I'll have your soul, as an alchemist knows how to win your lips. Some ancestor of mine was a violinist and a thief into the bargain. Does this explain my vagrant disposition and hair that smells of the wind? Dark curly-haired, hook nose. He is the one who steals apricots from the cart using my hand. Yes, he is responsible for my fate. Admiring the plowman at his labor, he used to twirl a dog rose in his lips. He was always unreliable as a friend, but a tender lover. Fond of his pipe, the moon, beads, and all the young women in the neighborhood. I think he may have also been a coward, my yellow-eyed ancestor. His soul was sold for a farthing, so he did not walk at midnight to the cemetery. He may have worn a knife tucked in his boot. Perhaps he pounced around corners like a sinus cat. I wonder suddenly, did he even play the violin? I know nothing mattered to him any more than last year's snow. That's what he was like, my ancestor, and that's the kind of poet I am. Well. Went on a little longer than I planned. What do you say, Lily? It was fun reading some poetry, yeah. Well, be sure to watch some shorts. Come to us live. For our poetry readings. Appreciate everybody that joined. Oh, thank you. She is beauty. She's a girly. So,
right.